Let me preface off this video by saying if I sound a little off or seem a little off, I have been sick for the last couple of days, but I really wanted to film this video for you guys. So today I will share with you the perfumes I wore the most in the last month and the ones I wanted to wear, but I really did not reach for them. So I have the list of the ones on my tray in front of me. And the first one is Mancera Melody of the Sun. This I've shown you a couple of times before because I fell in love with it. It was love at first sniff for me. I discovered it in a small perfumery, never heard of it, bought it straight away, and yeah, I loved it. And now every time I smell it, just from the bottle, there is something sharp and almost like spicy in there, reminding me of something like BO, but just slightly. But that's the reason why I don't really reach for it, and I really wanted to give it a chance, but to be honest, I did not reach for it. So this is a beautiful tea perfume, and this smells like a mix of green and black tea leaves. There is some sweetness in there. It's very fresh. It had something green in there. And the beautiful thing is that it has some lasting power, because I love my tea perfumes, as you may know, but most of them do not have a power to them and don't really last. And this one is not a beast, but it has way better performance than most of my tea perfumes. So that's why I bought it and thought it would be a nice addition to my collection. But I don't know, maybe next month I'm going to wear it, but that's what I keep saying. So I don't know what to do with this one. Next up, I wanted to wear Versace Femme Dylan Purple, which is a super fruity, synthetic, fresh type of perfume, reminding me of like a pear and apple kids shampoo from my childhood. And it's such a happy perfume. I think those perfumes are so underrated. They are not extremely niche smelling or whatever, but it's just something nice. It just gives me happy feelings. It's something easy. And what I love about those, because they are quite synthetic, they have quite a good lasting power. So especially for a fruity, fresh perfume, this lasts the whole day on my skin. And it doesn't have the musky, dusty note that I always talk about with those powerful, fruity summer scents, which is why I do wear it. I did wear it last month, but not as much as I thought, but still I wore it. And if I want something fruity and easy to wear, something that's not gonna offend anybody, or if I want to have something like refreshing in my hair, I really love to spray this on. I wanted to wear Juicy Couture Bye Bye Blues, which is the second one from this collection in my collection, and I like it a lot. It's as well a very easy to wear, fresh perfume. It smells exactly like how it looks. It's a super cool, cold, fresh feeling perfume to me. It's very aquatic. It's fresh, as I said, but it has this fruitiness to it, which makes it fun and playful. I think it's just that it wasn't really the weather for it. I think this is a perfume that is going to be perfect in really hot temperatures, and it just wasn't the case here. So that's why I did not reach for this at all. I wanted to make like a decant of it because I went away for 2 weeks, so half of the month I was not here, and it would have been perfect, but I forgot. And I wore loads of other perfumes there, so I'm gonna talk about those in a second, but I did not wear this one, but it's beautiful. But Also, I wanted to tell you, lasting power is almost non-existent, but also it's a cheapie. The next one is Acqua di Parma's Mandarino di Sicilia. And this one I actually wore and I took it with me, which is why it's still in my bag and I cannot show it to you. But this is quite a new addition to this specific range, which is the Blue Bottle collection. I love a lot of their perfumes in this collection. They are also refreshing and summery, and this one is just citrusy perfection. To me, it smells like a yuzu perfume. Something like mandarin and grapefruit mixed together, and you get something sweet but sour, super refreshing and uplifting, and it gives me happy feelings. It's also not the longest lasting, but this one has an okay performance if you overspray, and I'm happy to overspray with this one because it just gives me like a really good vibe. I'm always in a happy mood once I sprayed this one. Then we have Diptyque Le Papier, and I did wear it. This seems to be like, I don't know how to describe it, but something you don't really think about, but then again you wear it a lot. It's like a smooth operator. I keep grabbing for this one because this is one where you don't have to think about it. And this one does not need like a specific temperature or mood or whatever. You can wear it whenever, wherever. It's just a very clean girl perfume. It's clean, it's soapy, it's a little powdery, it's fresh, and it has this sesame and rice thing going on, which is not very prominent, but it's underlining and you can detect it in the back of the perfume, and it just makes it smell a little bit different, a little bit more smooth and not really creamy, but soapy, as I said, and a little bit nutty and slightly sweet, but just in the slightest way. This is something I think you can wear wherever you work because it's not gonna offend anybody. It's like a skin scent, but it is long lasting and projecting, but people don't really detect it as a perfume, since to me it smells a little bit like skin. So I don't know, it's just something I reach for. Then we have Valentino, Donna, Born in Roma, Coral Fantasy. I always have to laugh because this is the longest name ever. And this I did wear. I just tend to grab for it. This is like the Mod Blush by Ariana Grande, or like the Good Girl Blush, which are perfumes actually all in the same fruity floral family that are just happy perfumes to me, and fruity and juicy and a little bit creamy, nothing dusty and musky there. And that's why I tend to wear them over and over and over again from spring to fall. And this one is also like a smooth operator because I don't feel like a lot of people talk about it, and it's not really groundbreaking, but as I always tell you, perfumes don't have to be groundbreaking every time. I just have to have the feeling of wanting to wear it, and I do want to wear this a lot. This is just a very fruity, juicy, slightly aquatic fruity scent with some floral touches. Was this a kiwi scent? I think so. This reminds me of a fruit salad, but because of the floral touches, you get a hint of something perfumey and more adult-like and not too juvenile and young smelling. I'm gonna repeat myself a lot in this video, but this is also not the longest lasting perfume. But if you overspray, you can get like half a work day with this one. And the last one I wanted to wear is Sisley Izia, which is to me basically a lemon and rose perfume, which is so perfect because rose to me is a lot of times very dusty and sometimes can smell a little bit classic and too Not simple, but I don't know, sometimes it feels a little basic to me, and I just smelled so many rose perfumes. So when I smelled this one, first I was like, I don't know, but it really fits into my collection because I do love roses, but it has to be combined with other notes I like. As you now know, I love my citrusy notes and my citrusy perfume, so this is the perfect combination because the rose makes it super elegant, but the lemon and also all of the citrusy notes make it super fresh and uplifting and a little sour and just a fun but still very elegant and office appropriate scent for the summertime. I did pack it in my bag and wore it when I went away, so I cannot show it to you as well. But this is also a perfume I never hear anybody talk about. And this one is a little bit better when it comes to the lasting power. Okay, and now onto the perfumes I added when I packed to go away. And I wore all of these perfumes a lot. So let me start out with the one I think I wore the most. So I went to Turkey and the weather there was extremely hot, like 38 degrees Celsius. So I wanted to have something tropical, refreshing, sometimes not too perfumey. So I did take 2 body mists with me and I wore this one every single day. So this is Sol de Janeiro's Cheirosa 87, which is lait de coco, tuberose, and warm sand. And this, the first time I smelled it, it was like, yeah, it's okay, it's nice. It's your typical sunscreeny. What is the sunscreen everybody keeps referring to? Is it the, it's in like a brown packaging and they have like the sun oil Hawaiian Tropic, I think it's called. I think this is the one that smells like all of these perfumes that people talk about when they talk about sunscreen perfumes. Because, for example, for me, the Nivea sunscreen smell is what I think of when I think of sunscreen smell. And actually they have a perfume that smells exactly like it. I have to get that one because to me, Nivea sunscreen lotion smell is heaven. But anyway, the perfumes I mean are like Soleil Blanc by Tom Ford and Vacation by, what is it called? Vacation by Vacation or something. And there are loads of other perfumes that smell alike. But this one is also just like those. There are a lot of other notes in here, but I don't know. I thought I want to take a body spray with me. I want something tropical and this is the only one I had. But since I wore it every day, I liked it more and more day by day. And it almost gives me a feeling of like banana, like a banana pudding or something, like a banana coconut pudding. Yesterday I drank like a boba milk tea and it was with banana pudding and with coconut flakes. And this one smells like the drink tasted. So this is super fun. It's very sweet. It's coconutty. It has tuberose in there, but mixed in with those other notes, to me it's bearable because I'm not the biggest tuberose fan. It's not very long lasting, but if you want something for the summertime that is super refreshing and not as dense as a perfume, I really do enjoy it. And you can see, I mean, this is just, what is this? This is a 30 milliliter, so 1 fluid ounce bottle. But you can see I used almost half of it when I went away. So this will be empty by the end of summertime, I guess. The other one I took was 68, which is their take on a Baccarat Rouge kind of scent. This has Brazilian jasmine, pink dragon fruit, and ocean air. Doesn't seem like it could smell like Baccarat Rouge, but it does. When I sprayed it for the first time, my husband was like, "Did you take Baccarat Rouge with you to vacation?" was like, no, it's that. So I took this one because Baccarat Rouge is also something you could wear throughout the summer, but this one has this dragon fruit note, which gives it this fruity touch that I want from Baccarat Rouge sometimes, because that one is just sometimes a little, not basic, but not summery enough for me to be reaching for it right now. And this one is exactly that. I think it should smell a lot like Cloud Pink, I think the name is, which is Ariana Grande's take on Baccarat Rouge, but with some fruity summery notes as well. So I think I have to smell that one as well and see if the lasting power is gonna be better than with this one, because this one is also not extremely long lasting, but longer lasting than, for example, this one. I think I have to breeze through the next ones because this video is going to be way longer than I anticipated. So I only took one full bottle with me, which is Alien Goddess by Mugler, and this one I smelled over and over again in stores and thought it smelled very nice. I'm not the biggest fan of Alien anymore, and this one does not smell like Alien to me at all. Maybe a touch, but not really. So finally I got it, and once I got it, I did not really like it on my skin, which is the case sometimes with me. So I didn't really wear it, and I thought this is the perfect occasion to take it with me, test it again, and see if I like it a little bit more. So this has the main accords of vanilla, powdery, white floral, woody, with notes of coconut water, bergamot, jasmine, heliotrope, vanilla, cashmere. This is a little bit more generic than I would like it to smell, especially because it's from Mugler, and he was known for his more experimental, more niche smelling perfumes, and this is not very niche smelling at all. I smell jasmine, heliotrope, coconut water, and vanilla, but to me the thing is that it smells a little bit more synthetic, so like a synthetic coconut, like a plasticky synthetic coconut note. I don't know how to describe it, but this to me is like a very sweet vanilla jasmine with a more synthetic plasticky smelling coconut note. But this one of course was longer lasting than other scents I took with me, like the body mist. So this was the one I was reaching for during our evenings out and for dinner time. And my husband did like it on me, but he wasn't in love. He did not compliment me, I should say. But once I asked him what he thinks of it, he said, it's nice. But that was about it. So this is a nice tropical summer perfume that's a little bit more easy to reach than others because it doesn't have, for example, tiare or tuberose mixed in, which can be very challenging to me. The lasting power is good, but as I said, to me it's a little too generic and synthetic for me to be like over the moon about it. The perfume I had to take with me was the Seven Virtues Coconut Sun. I got a travel size of this one, and this one fits right into this collection. So all of those are coconutty, tropical, summery scents, but slightly different, each of those. This one is the most banana-like. To me, this one is more focused on jasmine and vanilla, and as I said, a little bit more synthetic smelling. And this one here has jasmine as well, coconut, and orange flower. This to me was not a love at first sniff, but a strong like, but I wore it more and more and more, and then I got this travel size. I don't know if you can see, but more than half of it is gone already. So I did wear it a lot. Thing is, with those perfumes, do not tend to last a long time, but I do enjoy the scent. I don't know why, but it kind of reminds me of a little bit of Santal 33 in the background. or like BDK's Gris Chanel, so I guess it's the cardamom, like something spicy is in here that I get, mixed together with this beautiful natural smelling jasmine and coconut water, it seems, and something citrusy. So this smells a lot more refined and elegant than this one. But this one, to me, on my skin has a better lasting power. But still, I enjoy this a lot. It's still not like a super big love to me, but a very, very strong like. And I tend to wear it a lot. So I think I have to get more of those watery, fresh coconut water types of scents that are a little bit more refined. But I'm searching for one that has a very good lasting power. But I think until then I will use up this bottle and maybe get a full size of it and just overspray. Then that was really funny. I heard people talk about Manakara by Indult, and I really wanted to try it. It sounded so good. So I bought it. And then I forgot because I did like a big order and I bought something like 20 perfume samples. And this was in it. A couple of days later, I ordered from somewhere else some more samples and I ordered it again. So then both of the packages arrived on the same day and I opened both of them and I was like, okay, I have 2 really big decants of Manakara now. I hope it's going to be good because the samples were not inexpensive at all. The main accords are rose, fruity, tropical, fresh floral. And this was created by Francis Kurkdjian, which was very intriguing to me. And the notes sounded so good. Okay, I'm not very sure if Fragrantica has all of the notes that are in here listed, but on Fragrantica just says lychee and rose, but I'm very sure I saw someone talk about coconut in here because it does smell a lot more complex than just lychee and rose, let me tell you. But at first I thought this is going to be like a Delina 2.0, and it is in the same family because of the lychee and the rose. But to me, Delina and all of her flankers are a little bit more airy and light. This one has something dense to it, like a cream. And that's why I think I saw somewhere that there is coconut in here. And I feel like I can feel the texture of coconut milk, like a coconut milk. And then you put a lot of roses in there, a lot of lychee, and you get something like it. It's very floral and very fruity and very, very sweet. So to me, this is a lot more sweet than Delina and its flankers. So if Delina is maybe a little bit too classy for you on an everyday basis, this could be a sweeter, more easy to wear alternative for an everyday perfume. Then I brought Commodity Gold with me, and I think I brought it with me because I wanted something for more cold days, which we did not really get, but I did wear it still quite a lot actually. And this one reminds me a lot of G Water by Rado. This one is a little bit more molecule-like and subtle than the other one. So both of those are vanilla-based perfumes that are very green, like green vanilla perfumes with juniper berry. This one has something woody in there, something fresh, something cold to it, but still sweetness from the vanilla is in the base. But this is a perfume I sometimes smell on myself and sometimes I don't at all. Sometimes I think the lasting power is about 30 minutes and sometimes it's about 8 hours. So this is like a very almost like mystical perfume because it's there and then it's not, and it's there again and then it's not. So I like the DNA and I don't really want to get G Water because of the name. So I have a big bottle of this one and I do reach for that as well, so I'm happy with it. And the last perfume for today that I actually wore probably the most out of all of them because it's practically gone, is from Olfactive Studio, and this one is still live in Rio. And this perfume is like a big decant I got years ago, and I don't really know why. I never heard of that brand before. This is years ago, as I said. And I think I just picked it based on the notes. And once I got it, I don't know if I had like not as a trained nose or whatever, but it was just like okay for me. And something like Molecule 02. A couple of months ago, I heard someone say that this is like a perfect coconutty summer perfume, and I was like, what? I have a decant of it. Isn't this just like another woody fresh Molecule 2 like perfume? It's not. So this one has main accords of citrus, green, fresh, spicy, and coconut, with notes of yuzu, lemon, ginger, mint, mandarin orange. In the middle we have coconut, black and pink pepper. No, pepper, black and pink pepper, rum, cobaiba balm, and leather. And this one is such a fun scent because it has so many contrasting notes in there. It's definitely very unisex. And it reminds me a little bit of Virgin Island Water by Creed, which is one of my all-time favorite perfumes. This one, though, is a lot more spicy and a little bit more airy. Virgin Island Water seems a little bit more dense and va-va-voom. This one is a little bit more subtle, yet, I don't know, like sassy because of the spices. This is fresh. It's very citrusy. It's a little bit like a spicy margarita straight from Tulum. It's very citrusy. It has this boozy note to it, but it's spicy. It's refreshing. It's a little green, fresh. Yeah, I like it a lot. I may have to get a full bottle of it, though it is quite similar to Virgin Island Water, and I don't really know if I need another one like it, but still it is different to the other one. So these were all of the perfumes I wore last month. I hope you enjoyed the video anyway, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.